This morning, we're getting a better understanding of how severely firefighters are exposed to PFAS. Those are toxic and cancer-causing chemicals that can contaminate soil, water, and even wildlife. They're found in some kinds of firefighting foam. A new study done by the state of Michigan found PFAS chemicals were in 95% of firefighters, but at levels that were similar to the normal U.S. population. However, airport firefighters had higher concentrations of nearly all the chemicals in the study. That's likely because PFAS firefighting foam is still widely used at airports to extinguish burning jet fuel.